In first century Judea, an important act of hospitality was washing the feet of one's guests. People wore sandals and things were really dusty and dirty. A day on one's feet and every part of every foot would be grimy, and animals roamed the streets back then. So, you get the picture. On Thursday of Jesus' week of Passion, he called his disciples for one last meal together before that fateful Friday when he would die. The evening meal was to be served as a Passover observance, a private celebration with only his closest followers dining with him. The evening meal was already in progress. Nobody's feet had been washed. And since they didn't use chairs, they reclined, and their dirty feet were noticeable, I would think. Jesus rose from the table in the middle of the meal. He took off his outer clothing and wrapped a towel around his waist, and he poured water into a basin and began to bathe the feet of his disciples and dry them. Peter couldn't accept that his teacher and master was doing a slave's task, and he refused at first to have Jesus wash his feet. But he relented, and Jesus went down the line and bathed everyone's feet as they must have watched in amazement at this man who had raised the dead, given sight to the blind, made paralytics to walk, and heard the marvelous teaching that came from his mouth. As incredible as this was, consider that he washed Peter's dirty feet when he knew that Peter would soon deny that he even knew him. He even washed Judas's feet, the man who would have him handed over to the authorities within hours. Judas was his enemy, yet Jesus humbled himself before him. Peter was a struggler who would fail magnificently in a short period of time, an impulsive man who ran hot and cold, yet Jesus carefully cleaned his feet too. If Jesus treats enemies and strugglers like this, it gives me hope. The same Jesus who served the deeply flawed Judas and struggling Peter is the same Jesus who shows us mercy, meets our needs, sits with us, and gives us peace in the midst of our chaos, and washes our unworthy souls in his love and service. Then Jesus said to those who saw this, "You do this for one another as I have done for you." And for those of us who read this story from John 13, he gives us the same commission: serve each other.